Hey, brother.
Hey man, what's up? What's going on?
How's it going, man? How are you?
I'm doing really good. I see you're doing great now, going all over the place,
I'm
huh?
I'm trying, man. I'm doing everything I can. Just keep hustling,
Seems like you never take a break,
No,
right?
yes and no, but I try to keep going, you
Right,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Sorry about the mess, but whatever. I haven't done one of these for a little bit.
That's okay because I just got a new backdrop, so I didn't want everybody to see how dirty everything is. Any, anyway, I first met you with a band called Until Destiny, quite a bit long ago. You
Yeah,
know,
I know.
so tell me a little about that band where I first met you.
Until Destiny. Wow. Well, that was with Rob Catrick. We both know Rob.
Right?
I think he's living in California now.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see. I mean, that was one of the first bands I joined when I moved up to New York City area rather, and it was a cool kind of Ingve kind of style band. Had Randy Coven, rest in peace, and John Macaluso on the rhythm section, bass and drums respectively. For a few gigs anyway.
Right,
Um,
right,
and yeah, I mean, we did some cool gigs in and around the city.
right. But you never
Yeah.
recorded anything, did you?
No, I never got to that stage, unfortunately. It would
Right,
have been
right.
good, you know.
What a lot. That's a great lineup.
Yeah, it was on fire for a little bit there, and then it kind of just. I think
Right,
Rob moved out to California, and that was
right,
kind of the end of that.
right.
So yeah, but we still talk once in a while on Facebook.
Right, yeah. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, man.
Now, you did Out Loud, which the first couple albums were killer.
Oh,
You know,
thanks.
I love both of them. And
Yeah.
and you're recording something new now with them, or
No, nothing going on with Out Loud right now.
uh-huh.
We did a total of 4 records and an EP. I don't know if you heard the newer one or
Not really.
no.
No,
Okay. Oh, that's one of my favorites. I think you
I
should
got to
check
check
it
it
out.
out. I
Yeah.
definitely do.
I mean, the song look, with Out Loud. I think the songwriting. The first couple albums were more raw, and then the first album anyway, and then after that, they got more. I think the songwriting kept improving. Yeah, it was
Right,
just me and Bob writing after that, and then I think the songwriting kept getting better, and I mean, it was yeah, I mean, it's still technically there. It's just kind of on hiatus right now. It's something we both do when we're you know
right,
able to, I guess, more or less.
right.
But
Now, then you went out to Punky Meadows, and I
yeah.
remember the first show I saw you was at BB King's,
Hmm.
and I think the Chance after that. I think I saw you too.
Oh,
You
that's
played,
right.
yeah,
Yeah. We played BB King's a couple times, and we played the Chance one. Yeah,
right,
one. Yeah.
yeah. So like when you first joined Punky's band, how'd that work out? Did you submit your vocals, or how'd that go down?
Uh, with the Punky record, yeah, it was interesting. I went. They had me come in the studio to audition, and they
Right,
had me cut a couple tracks. I think it was Straight Shooter and Price You Pay. I think that was the name of
uh-huh,
it.
right,
And they just had me. I basically ended up cutting the whole tracks at the audition, and that's were actually the tracks that they used for the record.
right.
So
Wow,
it went. Needless to say, it went pretty well.
right,
And
yeah,
yeah, we just that was that they kind of made the decision right then and there, and then I came back later, cut the rest of the record, and yeah, no, it was cool. There was a lot of songs because there
right,
was bonus tracks, I think, for the not vinyl, but there was a different version in the I can't remember what it was. There was 2 versions in the U.S. and
right,
there was a Japanese version and stuff. And so there was
right,
like 15 songs total in that whole session, something like that. But like I said, we did the first 2 at the audition, so I didn't have to do much else with those. We
right,
actually
yeah.
got them pretty
Wow,
good at that day. But and then we did me and Stevie D, the producer, did pretty much all the background vocals, and so that it was just a few good couple weeks of work or whatever. And,
right,
you
wow.
know, yeah. No, it was good. It's good. A lot of people like the record. You know?
Yeah, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So,
consider still Punky a band compared to Angel? Like, 'cause it's really basically two different bands.
well, he hasn't done anything with that since they've done the Angel reunion.
Right,
Um, but yeah, I mean, part of that was due to my schedule. I couldn't commit to a lot of the dates, so
right,
why don't you call Frank? And they're like, oh, that's a good idea. So so they called Frank, and then that ensued into the Angel reunion, and that seemed to be the best thing for them at that time anyway.
right,
Um, because I think a lot of people were rooting for that to happen
right.
because they just needed it to happen. And now, they're still doing that, and that's great. I mean, if he wants to go back to do another solo album at some point, I'm open to that. Discussing that. So, I'm still good friends with those guys, Danny and Punky and the other guys in the band.
Now, I
So.
was reading something that you did something with Taz Taylor.
Oh yeah, yeah. Taz Taylor. Well, recently too. And I did a record for him back in, what was it, 2017.
Right.
It was on, let me try to remember all this stuff here. It was I think it was on Escape Records or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, that was a cool record. I like the songs. I
Uh-huh.
like I like, he gave me the all the, not the riffs, but basically song ideas
Right.
instrumentally were completed before I did the vocals, and then I just wrote to those ideas and recorded the vocals. So I thought I thought the songs came out really cool with
Right.
that. And then he recently asked me to do a new song on his new record where he's pretty much bringing in like a bunch of vocalists. I think he's got Doogie White on there. I think he's got maybe Jolyn Turner. I'm not
Oh.
sure.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so. Actually, not him. I think Doogie White and maybe Graham Bonnet. I think
Right.
maybe.
Yeah. Cool.
And somebody else, and then I'm doing one track, and it came out really cool. It's interesting. Some certain musicians, you just click with on a writing side.
Right.
Like it's just like you their musical ideas are conducive to good melodies. Like
Right.
it's, and then certain things, it's like you have to do it differently. Like sometimes you have to
Right.
do it like where I give the melody to them and they write around it. But in this case, he just had all the music and I just kind of just wrote it. It was pretty seamless actually. So he's a good writer, Taz. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you also did something recently with Richie Rano of Star.
Richie, he's a good friend. What did I do? Well, I think I just sat in at a show.
Oh, is that what it?
Yeah. They did a show at what was it? It was over at do you know where Alpha Wave Studios is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's over in Whippany now.
Right. Yeah.
And they did a show, like a showcase there where they recorded their whole where they recorded the set.
Right.
And basically, they just had me. I was just there hanging, and they
Right.
had me
Yeah.
come up and do a foreigner tune. So,
I mean,
but
I
no,
see.
Rich is great. Rich is great.
Yeah.
I sit in with him when he plays locally. Like I always go and sit in with him. Like so.
Yeah, because I see videos on Facebook and stuff like that of you doing stuff with Richie. So
Oh yeah, No,
that's cool.
He's a great guy, man. Really cool, really good people. So yeah.
Now, Double Vision, the ultimate foreign experience. I mean, I see you playing all over the place. I mean, all over the place. And it looks like really good venues too.
Thanks.
So like, tell me a little bit about that, and how'd you got to that point, and whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, in 2018, I decided, let me, everybody's doing this, everybody's getting in on this tribute band thing. Let me get in on it.
Right.
And so I'm like, well, what do I do? What do I tribute? Because it's got to be something that's in my wheelhouse. It's spontaneous, something that's second nature to me that I don't have to force to do. Like you wouldn't find me doing an Ozzy tribute because I sound nothing like Ozzy, so that wouldn't work. Or you wouldn't find me doing a Queen tribute because I sound nothing like Freddie Mercury.
Right.
So you have to do something that's a little more second nature. So a lot of people told me I sound like Lou Gramm and even Kelly Hansen, the newer singer. So I'm like, you know what? And I look around and you got to look at the scene too. There's really no other foreigner tributes. I mean, there's some, but they weren't doing it really quite at the level that I wanted to do it at.
Right.
so so I was like, okay, well, let's do this. I mean, let's Journey tribute works, why can't a Foreigner tribute? So I just kind of went for it and plucked musicians I wanted and got really good guys. And just been going pretty much head on, straight on from that, since day one. Since late 18, we shot our first video. We didn't start playing until early 2019.
Right.
And then, so basically we only had a year before COVID hit,
Right.
which was the biggest challenge. And then 2020, we managed to do a small handful of gigs in 2020, not many.
Right.
But then 2021, it was back kind of pretty much back to normal from like, I don't know, April, May,
Right.
and then we have a good kind of year, still working on our year. This year is still stuff coming in. So, but it's a great, it's a great group of guys. I mean, I could not ask for a better group of guys. I mean, we get compliments all the time about the chemistry and the camaraderie of the band. I mean, it's just something that's rare occurrence, a rare occasion these days. I mean, it's just to have everybody on the same page, really of the same kind of brain. You know what I mean? It's like really, I found the right guys. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, but I got lucky. What can I say?
Wow. Did you guys ever think about maybe doing some originals?
You know what? I have had that thought. Because it would be a shame to not see how far something like this could go,
Right.
And but it's in the cards, not quite yet, because I want to establish more footing with the band, as we're branching out. We have gigs out as far as Illinois and Virginia and everywhere, so we're slowly, we've got a third, we've got a third of the US down. We got to get the other 2/3 down now. So
wow. Are you working on anything else besides the Foreigner tribute?
Yeah. So, well, I just released, I don't know if you saw, but the record I released on Frontiers in December, Cap Outrun. Yeah.
I didn't check. I'll check it out.
Man, I got to say, yeah, I was hoping you were going to ask me about that, because it's still sort of in the promo cycle, and it's one of the best records I've ever done. It really is. I'm really, really proud of it. And it's basically these guys from Sweden. They got a deal with Frontiers, and it's my first record on Frontiers for like over 10 years, since the first Out Loud record. And man, can these guys freaking play, dude? Oh God, no. I mean, these guys, it's like a heavier version of Toto is the best way to describe it, or more progressive version of Toto, kind of.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, and they wrote everything. They even wrote the melodies, and I just pretty much just sang it, But it was, I mean, I listened back when it came out a couple months ago or whatever, and I mean, I heard it before that, but I just listened again, and I was just like, wow, this is great. Like I actually enjoyed listening to it, an album that I'm on. I enjoy listening to, because I usually can't stand listening to myself for that, in that way, unless I'm working. But dude, I mean, yeah, it's gotten really good accolades and reviews, and we're trying to get together some shows over there, at least in Sweden, to start. Difficult thing to do with my schedule, but we'll figure something out, I think, and hopefully start album number 2 soon, because those guys are monster players. Yeah.
Now you have a connection with Greece and stuff like that.
Yes,
yeah. So, what's your feeling about Ukraine and Russia, and kind of close to Greece?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get too political on here, but yeah. I mean, Greece, as far as I know, it doesn't. I mean, it's close, but it doesn't. Not involved. I don't think there's any involvement of any of those other European countries, aside from sending money to Ukraine. But so yeah, no, I mean, I don't think that any other countries are gonna be in danger,
Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope not. It doesn't seem that way.
Right.
So yeah, hopefully, I mean, I definitely say a prayer for all the people over there and going through this. I know it's difficult and horrible thing, but I'm sure that we're going to get, they're going to get through it and be stronger because of it. So,
is there anything I missed that you'd like to talk about?
Uh, no, I don't think so. No, you pretty much went right down my discography, which is kind of cool. No, but check out. I mean, the Cap Outrun record just came out in December. It's still out, still available. Get it on CD. You can listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, all those places, YouTube Music. And like I said, one of the best records I've done. Really proud of it. I don't say that often,
Yeah, but
I don't say that often. I'm very particular, so I have to say, definitely check this out. I'm very proud of it, even though I didn't write on it. I'm still very, very proud of
right.
how it came out. Really, really good production, really good mix, really, really good arrangements. Everything really checks a lot of boxes. This one, so check it out. Cap Outrun. It's called High on Deception. It's like I said, it's on Frontiers Records, and you can get it wherever CDs are sold. Get the CD. I'm a CD guy, so
right.
get the CD. Yeah.
Oh, where can people contact you or pick up merchandise or anything like that?
ChandlerMogel.com. My name, ChandlerMogel, one word.com. My website. And you can get links to all my records there, discography, and watch videos and everything else. And then also my Foreigner band. If you want to check out our band when it's coming soon to a theater or festival near you, it'll be doublevisiontheband.com. That's all one word. And have all of our updates on there. You can sign up for a newsletter as well. And just gonna keep pushing forward, man.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
So
man, yeah. Cool, brother. You been good?
Oh yeah, real good.
Family's good?
Working all the time, working just like you.
Okay, yeah, no, I know.
Just a different form. So would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
No, nothing I didn't already say, but keep
Okay,
rocking.
cool.
Keep rocking, in this crazy world we live in. Just keep doing what you love. Keep being a shining example of what you stand for, and as long as it's ethical and good, and be a shining light, be a candle in the darkness. It's what my name means, candle maker. So
Cool.
by that.
Good to talk to you, man.
All right, brother. You too. Thanks.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you
Bye-bye.
soon. Okay, bye-bye.